blessed ones of the nations of the world. One more time, this is your brother Dan Moses Osei Osakodier of TRC, Ghana, coming to you with the expose's testimony, New World Disorder. This expose is titled, They Are Coming After Our Souls, Part 1, 2, and 3. Part 3 will be what to do. They are coming after our souls. That is the ulterior agenda. So we shall have the part 1, part 2 continuously like that until we get the entire understanding and we get to know, oh, really? Well, I've got to trust my soul into the hands of my maker and not to the politically treacherous, intelligently treacherous, diplomatically treacherous, by playing the human race. I go over to the program. Testimony, New World Disorder. Noble people of Haiti, noble people of Ghana, we are getting to know the truth as to what is being done to the human race. The cowardly secret killing of fellow humans. America, the truth is known to our hearts. It is known to the human race that the police of America, violating their own ethics in pursuit of racism against people of color in this nation, America, and killing them due to the huge resources that is at their disposal. It is known to the American people. And the American people, black and white, all people in America have stood against this cowardly secret killing, openly and secret killing of people of color in America. That is what it must be. Whether it is the apartheid, whether it is the slavery and human enslavement, whether it is Auschwitz, whether it is war crimes in Afghanistan, Pakistan, Iraq, and in any nation of the world, we must all, and we have all, to our best that we can, stood up for the helpless and stood up against crime, whether the crime are committed by professionals, by the powerful being heads of nations or powerful nations. We have all stood up against the destruction of the human race. So I know that there are many noble journalists in America that have for years stood against the unacceptable killing of the people of color by the police of America. There are many in the police force who are against such evil being done to some members of the American public. So we cannot say that the entire police service is engaging in these heinous atrocities. But America, to shock us, unfortunately, the Montgomery County Police have stepped up, advanced, graduated the killing of people of color in America. And it has now gotten to the killing of people of color outside of America, which is the evil work of the Montgomery County Police police people that have no shame to be colluding with so-called investigators, company that they are using to cover up to carry out so-called investigation to cover up the killing of fellow human beings. They have to call the company, same company, and demand money, beg for money, solicit money from that same company, Montgomery County Police. And they say they will suppress the African. No weapon. We carry the weapon of all weapons. This book is very powerful. And the God thereof, tried and tested. So humanity and the nations of America. This is what unfortunate issue that the Montgomery County Police have brought upon America. Now, such an unacceptable a thing as they stepping up the killing of the people of color in America to colluding with the terror network of Nana Addo Akufo Addo, resourcing them, aiding them with the FBI, intelligence and technology, funding them to be killing the innocent on the African continent, which has now reached Haiti. Humanity and the nations of the Akufo to the program testimony. We are all involved. We are all involved. The US undercover agent colluded with the Ghana Embassy, Washington, D.C., the FBI, the Montgomery County Police. They attacked me at the home that they were going to get medical treatment for my internal bleeding situation with the intention of colluding with Holy Cross Hospital to make up medical records, commit medical terrorism against me in covering up the crimes of the US undercover agent. They woefully failed. They stepped up. That on the 25th of September, they attacked me, they brought an attack on me by the All African Food Store, carried me from Gettysburg against my will, compelled me and brought me down to Germantown. It is like from Accra to Tema for the Montgomery County Health and Human Service to carry out coronavirus test on me. They intended making it positive. They got totally exposed. I had to expose them to the Montgomery County Health and Human, call them and tell them, report it to them of such crime, which have gotten exposed at the United States International Criminal Court, the US Justice Department. That is what compelled the Montgomery County Health and Human Services tie their hands that they better make their results negative and bring it to me so I can fly out of the US. Akufo to the program testimony. That was not enough. When they saw that their plot to get me out of US, has failed, keeping me in US and from getting out has failed, they started plotting the Montgomery County Police, the All Africans, the Ghana Embassy, Washington, D.C., the terror network of Nana Addo Akufo Addo, who were being used to pose as customers at the All African Food Store, that they dump the US government money into the store to fund the terror network of Nana Addo Akufo Addo. They plotted and started chopping my fingers, literally on the job, chopping my body off while I was still alive. You have seen that expose of my finger that has been chopped off. This was a willful thing involving the Ghana Embassy, Washington. I told the American people, I've told us that on the 6th of January 2021, you were outraged and you descended on the U.S. House of Congress. It was a wrong building that you attacked. The building is on the International Drive. The Ghana Embassy, Washington, they are behind the many evils that the American people are suffering, the many evils that Ghanaian people are, the many evils that humanity and the nation of the world are. They are doing that with this undercover agent. We have started. We shall get them exposed. Blessed ones of things that cover to the program testimony. Now, we are getting to understand the killing of His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings. America and the nations of the, when they realized that the chopping off of my body would still not deter me from flying out of the US, what they had to do was to do what they are used to, going to the extreme extent when they intend to silence me totally. What they have to do is to start killing people to put fear in me. People that are very close to me. My pastor, they kill. My uncle, they kill. My father, they kill. My president, John Ivan Fifia, who was my father, my president, they killed. So what they had to do was to plot and kill His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings. We shall go into graphic detail of how Jerry John Rawlings was killed by the government of Nana Addo Akufo and foreign states on the behalf of this U.S. undercover agent to suppress me. We have just started. Now, that killing was done on the 12th of November 2020. Just under 1 month for me to leave America for Ghana. In letting me know that death is awaiting me in Ghana if I would get to Ghana. They are chopping off my body like they did to Jerry John Rawlings when he first surfaced on the political scene of Ghana. If that is not enough to me, they have killed him. If I want, I should come. Now, humanity and the nations of Akufo to the program Testimony New World Disorder. In advance of the killing of Jerry John Rawlings, the U.S. government, the administration of His Excellency, my special friend, His Excellency Donald Trump, they have bribed the Ghana Police Service. They have bribed the Chief Justice of the IGP of Ghana, James Opon-Bueno, 200 police cars and 3 helicopters. 200 police cars, 3 helicopters. They did this. The U.S. government, they did this. Now, the blowing of the exposing of the Chief Justice of Ghana, Chief Justice Eni Yeboah, was not just an issue about the fact that the man has received $5 million bribe from the US. No, that was not it. He was just blowing an intelligent whistle as a lawyer, a professional lawyer. The same thing that many whistleblowers in America would do. That is what he did. The rest was for the Ghanaian people to have arisen up and dig up for the IGP to be brought under the law. However, it was not the issue of only the Chief Justice who have taken bribe in this. The U.S. government, in the interest of this U.S. undercover, have bribed millions upon millions have gone to the government of Nana Addo Akufo for The US Justice Department has what it takes. The Supreme Court of US has what it takes. And they know the truth, that this is what has been done by their own government. Speaker Aaron Mike Okwe has been bribed by the US government in colluding for the willful carrying out of the killing of our people to just get me killed. And they have done this to kill my family members. And they have taken the money in advance of the killing of His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings. Now, the 2020 elections of Ghana, we are not talking politics, we are talking truth. It was a thing that there was no way that the US government, the crime covering stakes in America, some being diplomatic, some being political, some being religious, and some being intelligent, there was no way they were going to let the franchise of the Ghanaian people count at the 2020 election. They did the same to the American people. So this is no wonder. So the only person that they have fear for, that if Akufo Addo dare steals that election so shamelessly, he might rise up against such total disrespect for the franchise of the American people and for the Ghanaian people and for the democracy of Ghana, which he labored for so much, was His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings. So in advance of the 2020 elections, which they have decided that they must have Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo on the throne for another 4 more years, was to eliminate their only fear, Jerry John Rawlings, because they are afraid of coup d'etat. So they eliminated Jerry John Rawlings. These are the two reasons. One, to instill fear in me, to suppress me. And two, to eliminate their only fear against the fact that they would disrespect the franchise of the Ghanaian people and put Nana Addo Dankwa on the throne of Ghana for 4 more years. I told us in 2016 openly, before that I've told us over and over again, that Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, if the world allows him, Ghana allows him to be put on the throne of Ghana, there is an agenda. That agenda will run for 8 years. It is not 4 years, it's 8. I said it over and over again. Ban Ki-moon, His Excellency, the then UN Secretary, he should not do that. The political forces in America, they should not do that. However, three days to the final declaration of the results of Ghana's 2016 elections, no matter how much I voiced out calling on humanity and on the danger that was awaiting, if they dare put Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the politically over ambitious Ban Ki-moon, politically powerful in America, they will not heed my counsel at the White House. They still, against the franchise of the Ghanaian people, put Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo on the throne. If Ghanaians were thinking that it was a 4-year agenda, that was you were dreaming. It was to run for 8 years because of my 2 tortured and abducted children, for them to attain the ages of 16, 17, where they have the right to decide to cut themselves away from their father. That was the agenda. They needed to get an enemy, the person that hates me so much, that will aid the diplomatic forces, the political forces, the religious forces to persecute me and bring the world to this state. And they put Akufo-Addo. Now, we are going to the killing of Jerry John Rawlings, and which triggers to the killing of the Haitian president. Now, we must understand that Ghanaians were played before the 2020 elections. In ahead of that election, the government of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the stakes in America, they didn't know that if they are able to eliminate their fear of coup d'etat, Jerry John Rawlings, the only option will be for the election to go to court if it is rigged. Therefore, Nana Addo Akufo started taking over the justice system, feeling his people at the court, the Supreme Court. They took over the court in advance of the agenda. Why? Because Jerry John Rawlings, when he came to the political scene, he, in essence, killed some Ghanaian lawyers. He have offended the bar, some members of the judiciary. And for 4 years, Nana Addo Akufo had to play treachery of being the brother, somebody who he drank from the same cup with Jerry John Rawlings. That before the 4 years come to an end, he starts showing his real face by eliminating his number one enemy, which he has drawn so close to him as a friend, essentially Jerry John Rawlings. So he had taken over the court. The court, the few in the justice system that were buying into the vindictive agenda. That the man, when he had power, Jerry John, he killed us. He offended the judiciary. Nana, you have the power now. Never relinquish the power until we have also been avenged. Kill him against the law. And then when they come to the court to seek a redress regarding the democracy of Ghana that is being trampled down, we will sit there in the sight of the whole people of Ghana. We will play them on the TV and let them think that after all, the Supreme Court have decided and the Ghanaian people must go for it. It was a vindictive agenda that was well planned and calculated, supported by forces in America. Humanity and the nation acquired to the program Testimony, New World Disorder. The whole people of Haiti, you know barely nothing about the killing of your president. We have just started acquired to the program Testimony, New World Disorder. They are killed by Jerry John Rawlings on the 12th of November 2020. On the 5th of December 2020, I had to depart from US to Ghana to go mourn His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings, to be at his funeral, and to remain in Ghana until the US Justice Department, until the International Criminal Court hear the cry of the American people, hear the cry of the Ghanaian people, hear the cry of the two tortured and abducted children, feel the pain of humanity, and stand up for the law against the heinous crimes of the US undercover agent and the cowardly secret killing of the Ghanaian people. I was to go to Ghana by Delta Airlines. I was to leave here on the 4th and reach Ghana on the 5th. I was leave Ghana on the 5th and reach. I was leave US on the 5th and reach Ghana on the 6th. So the next day will be Ghana's elections. The US government, the Montgomery County Police, the diplomatic stakes, the political stakes, knew that if I should get to Ghana one day before the election, December 7th, there will be a problem to the agenda of putting Nana Addo Akufo treacherously on the throne for another 4 years under the cover of the ballot. The franchise, the Ghanaian vote must not count. So guess what they did? They colluded with the airline, the ticketing agency that I was, who had booked my ticket already, and the only thing was to give me a confirmation for me to. They have given me a confirmation, and then I had to pay the next day because it was night time. And then guess what? They had to treacherously me and change my flight date. That I can no longer live on the 5th. I must leave Ghana. I must leave US on the 6th and get to Ghana on the night in the night of the 7th of December 2020. I'll get to Ghana I'll land around 8 p.m., 9 p.m. by which time the elections are over. Ended it at 6 o'clock, 2 hours before I get there. So they have finished everything. Humanity and the shall come to the program testimony. They never allowed me to leave US. I could only leave US to Ghana after Ghanaians have been robbed at the pools. I got in the night. They have finished everything. The rest was terrorizing me in my own land of Ghana by the police, supported by the bribe-taking Chief Justice. Any bribe-taking IGP James Opon Bueno, Mr. IGP, Mr. Dampare, you inherited this problem. Tactically, IGP James Opon Bueno was removed. We shall get there to so that the heinous crime will be covered. A new man had. I know you inherited this problem, but the truth is, the blood of the Ghanaian people must be accounted for. There is no way that the US government is going to allow the Chief Justice Enim Yeboah to go. That is why they have to let Addo Akufo stop the investigation, the inquest into the bribe that has been taken by the Chief Justice. It is what a joke for anybody in Ghana to think that the US government was going to allow for the Chief Justice to be exposed for the fact that he has received bribe from the 5 million bribe. It was not 5 million, an issue of bribe. They have to. I come back to the program testimony new all disorder. The removal of the Speaker of Ghana, Right Honorable Aaron Mike Okwe, during the 2020 elections, during the vote at the Parliament of Ghana, for His Excellent, Right Honorable Aban Babi to come be the Speaker of Parliament. Hey, this was a highly treachery by forces in America and the Akufo government, which the Ghanaian people cannot do anything about it. The Parliament of Ghana cannot do anything about it. They had to play their game in such a way that Aaron Michael K must go because he has taken the bribe. That would give the room for the cover-up to be done, because now there is a new speaker. He must bear the shame of the evil that has been done by Speaker Aaron Michael Quay, bribe-taking Speaker of Parliament. So they played their game in such a way that afterwards, the government of Nana Addo, his members in Parliament, had to fight as though they have been robbed at the Parliament of Ghana for the speaker to be taken from them. It is all part of the strategy. Ghana, think. They had to remove Speaker Aaron Michael Quay from the speakerhood position. Why is it that for the first time in the history of Ghana, you heard that the elections, the parliamentary vote that were cast, it resulted in a tie of 137. What did that mean to the U.S. government, to the intelligence service of the U.S., to the FBI, Montgomery County? What did that secret number? What did that mean to them? It was a message that was going to them, not to the Ghanaian people, not to the parliament. Tactically, the Akufo Addo had to make sure that must be the resource. It was to serve the interest of this U.S. undercover agent. Acquire to the program Testimony, New World Disorder. Humanity and the nations of the world. We have just started. America, Ghana, you shall know exactly details as to the killing of His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings. How the family of Jerry John was played by Akufo Addo and the foreign states to get Jerry John Rawlings. You shall know it. How the noble president of Haiti, His Excellency, was killed, all because of the U.S. undercover agent, the Montgomery County Police, and the terror network of Nana Addo and Akufo Addo. Testimony. We have just started. Let's go to part 2, part 3, and we shall receive what to do. God bless you. America, this is not against you. Ghana, this is not against us. It's a pain exposing the crimes of my own embassy. We haven't heard anything yet about the Ghana embassy. We have not. You shall hear it, and you will be shocked, Ghanaian. You will say that I have every cause to expose the embassy and to demand that the U.S. government demand the shutting down of the embassy and remove them all. If the government of Akufo Addo will not, he will never shut it down. But the U.S. government have what it takes to tell them they don't want them on the. We are closing down. They should leave. I've called for that at the U.S. as said, I need you to do this for me. Help me to do this. I've called on the Ghanaian people. Help me to do this. We shall close it down until we get a people that believe in the Ghanaian people and can represent us. Let's end here. We have just begun. Haiti, be comforted. Ghana, be comforted. Jerry never died. His Excellency Jerry Ghana never died. God bless you. God bless my homeland, Ghana. Bye-bye.